Howdy, folks. Good to see y'all. I know it's been a while. I think it's been about 2 weeks since I've uploaded the last video. So, and I'm sorry for that, but we have this one. We've got a lot going on in the background that pertains to the group. Plus, we're just busy in general, but I promise we will get back onto our regular, at least one video per week on the weekend deal. So that being said, we thought maybe this weekend, since we were taking a little family trip here with with our camper, that we would do kind of like a "Hey, how are you?" type video, introduce ourselves to you. And for those of you that are new to our Facebook groups or YouTube channel, we would do kind of like an introduction type thing. For those of you that don't know, we started with Facebook in January of 2017. With our group Chandler Country, and a year ago this week with Phoenix Country. The addition to YouTube is roughly about 4 or 5 months now. So that being said, lots of fun stuff we're going to show you this weekend, and if we can, we will check in with you once we get to Flagstaff. All right, we'll see you later. Hey there, folks. We're up here in Flagstaff. It is now Saturday. Did not check in last night. We got in here a little later than expected. Had some technical issues, and just wasn't up to it. The only thing on my mind was a cold beer. We did, however, leave the GoPro in time lapse, so you will see kind of the fiasco we ran into once we got in here. It's kind of funny. So had a little issue with my tow bar once we pulled right into camp. And then I was real tired. I was expecting a pull through, had it back in. So that was kind of humorous. That being said, we're about to head out. We got to run a couple errands. Then we're going to go over to the lava fields, and we'll talk with you then a little bit more about Chandler Country and the YouTube channel and all that. So we'll see you there. And we're back, folks. We just got back from the Pueblo. We kind of did a fast run through. We still got a lot to do today. Pardon the tool noise. So yeah, totally cool day. Checking out the volcano, the Indian ruins. Again, 2 total thumbs up. Highly recommend if you get up to northern Arizona, or you get out here wherever you're watching us from. But we're going to head back to the campground like we were mentioning a couple times. We do want to go hit downtown Flag and track down some live music, because that's what we're about. I will be dropping things like the campground, for example, in the description of the video here. Really like it. If I were to, on a scale of 5 stars, I'd probably give it like maybe a 4, 3.5, or 4, and here's why. Gorgeous, clean, totally dig that. They got a neat country store. We're actually going to go pop in for a second and have a look, probably today or probably tomorrow morning, just to have a looky look. But it's right off of Route 66, historic Route 66, so that's cool. What I don't like about it, well, one, and this probably happens, but it didn't look like it was full. We were coming in late. I requested a pull through because I really didn't want to go through backing up in the dark, because I have not yet put a rear view camera on Betsy. But between Carly and I, we were able to get her in fairly quick, and that was in the video earlier. Remember, I had that picture-in-picture. That was kind of not a fun moment, but anyhow, so there's a problem with the reservation. No big deal. It's fairly quiet. There is a train nearby. You kind of have to get used to it. Did I mention pretty and clean? Okay. The biggest downfall of this campground, if you're an RVer, is the fact that the campground is very unlevel. Like, we really had to fight with that. Actually, I didn't really get it perfectly level, and I wouldn't say it's perfect, but it's probably a 9 out of 10, but I got it this morning because it got a little frustrating last night. I have lowered the rig probably 1.5 feet lower than I think I ever have. I mean, I don't even think it's a foot above the ground where the front end is. So stairs aren't quite touching, but they're close, but we got it even. Last night was kind of interesting because we were like on a slant like this, so I swear I felt like I was slipping out of the bed. So, one of these trips, when we have time, we'll give a tour of Betsy. We kind of like her. She's a 26-foot Coleman, bunkhouse. It's a 2155 model, and basically it's got a hide-a-bed, or Murphy bed rather, and that's a queen. Sleeps 1 to 2 on the table, and then we have bunk beds in the back for the kids. So we love it, and we've only had it a couple months. But anyway, so that being said, we're heading back to Betsy now. We're going to get cleaned up, and we're heading to downtown Flag. And if things aren't too crazy, we'll check in then. But we will definitely check in with you before the end of the trip. All right, so we will see you soon. All right. Hi folks, back at camp. Sadly, we just figured out that we have been having audio issues all day. So, got to work on the microphone problem with the GoPro. Anyway, so we covered a lot of stuff today. We're pretty tired. I'm just going to cut to kind of the nitty-gritty of it. So the biggest thing we want to touch was the most common question that I get. What made you start Chandler Country? And some people ask, well, what is it? So Chandler Country does this. Chandler Country, 7 days a week, posts the daily lineup of live country music, and that's in Maricopa County, Pinal County. Once a week now, we cover Southern Arizona, Northern Arizona to the best of our knowledge. And everything is based on the best of our knowledge. We're not perfect in any way, which goes back to how we started. And we started because, I got the idea because of how difficult it was to find who was playing when and where, which is now, of course, our slogan. So in November 2016, I was having this frustration. January 17th of 2017, Chandler Country was born. And it started off with some random posts to the schedules we have today that are completely modified all the time. We run contests. We've done some events, all kinds of fun stuff. So, that being said, Phoenix Country, like I was saying in the beginning, turned 1 this past week. The YouTube channel has been around for just a minute now, a few months. And, that goes without saying, like, we were just talking about this takes 20 plus hours a week to do. So is it my full-time job? No, but it seems like it some days. For those of you who don't know, I actually work in IT. Went to school to be a systems engineer. I'm manager of IT for a company in Scottsdale, and I also freelance with a partner in West Valley. So yes, there's a lot of things always going on. We're always very busy, run. So there's a lot coming with this group, and with the channels. Channels kind of go into a vlogging format. It's a little bit more fun and entertaining. If you haven't already, please subscribe, hit the bell. That way, whenever we do post another video, you'll get notified. For those of you who are on YouTube and on Facebook following us, check us out, Chandler Country, Phoenix Country, Country Road Entertainment. Anyway, so that's pretty much it. We're toast. She wants to go downtown, grab some adult beverages. I am drinking Miller Lite, and yes, we are big Miller Coors fans. So it's Miller Lite, Coors Light family only. So that being said, and no, this was not endorsed. This is just me. It's my beer. So anyhow, y'all have a great night. We'll touch base with you maybe later. Otherwise, when you see this, we'll either be on our way back to the East Valley or we'll be home already. So enjoy your weekend.